Hey everyone, welcome back to Infinite Wisdom, the place where we explore the art of relationships, self-mastery, and the subtle nuances of human behavior. If you're new here, first of all, welcome. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of curious minds who are all about leveling up in life and love. Now let's talk about something that's both fascinating and incredibly relatable, how a woman greets you when she really likes you. Have you ever noticed that sometimes the way someone says hello can tell you so much more than just a simple greeting? It's like a secret code, a little glimpse into how they truly feel about you. Whether you're trying to figure out if she's first way she greets you and do you decode her signals, or just curious about the psychology behind attraction, this video is for you. Because let's be real, understanding these subtle signs can be a total game changer. It can help you approach relationships with confidence, avoid misreading situations, and even deepen your connections. So if you've ever wondered why she smiles a certain way, touches your arm, or gets a little flustered when she sees you, you're in the right place. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and trust me, these signs are way more obvious than you might think before we dive in. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been greeted in a way that made you stop and think, wait, does she like me? Drop a comment below and let me know. I'd love to hear your stories. All right, let's get into it. Here are 5 ways a woman greets you when she really likes you. Point 1, the warm, genuine smile. All right? Let's kick things off with the first and most universal sign, the warm, genuine smile. Now, we all know that smiles can mean a lot of things. They can be polite, friendly, or even just a reflex. But when a woman really likes you, her smile is different. It's not just a quick, casual grin. It's lit up and it tells you everything you need to know. Here's how you can spot it, a genuine second way she greets you. Smile isn't just about the lips, it's about the eyes when she's truly happy to see you. Her smile reaches her eyes. You'll notice little trinkles at the corners, and her whole face lights up like she's just seen something or someone she's been waiting for. It's not just a high smile, it's a "I'm so happy to see you" smile. And let's talk about the energy behind it, a genuine smile. Like, this is hard to fake. It's not forced or polite. It's natural, effortless, and full of warmth. When she smiles at you like this, it's like she's saying, "You make me happy just by being here." It's the kind of smile that makes you feel like you're the only person in the room, even if you're in a crowded space. Now, here's something interesting. Research actually shows that genuine smiles, what psychologists call doing, smiles activate specific muscles around the eyes that are almost impossible to control voluntarily. So if her smile is lighting up her entire face, it's a pretty good sign that her feelings are genuine. But let's get even more specific. Pay attention to how long the smile lasts. A polite smile might flash across her face for a second or two, but a genuine smile lingers. It stays there as she talks to you, and it might even reappear when she glances back at you. It's like she can't help but smile when you're around. And here's a pro tip: watch how she smiles at other people compared to how she smiles at you. If her smile for you is noticeably brighter, warmer, or more frequent, that's a huge clue. It's like you're getting the VIP version of her smile. And that's not something she's giving to just anyone. So the next time you greet her, close attention to her third way she greets you. Smile. Is it quick and polite? Or does it light up her entire face? Does it linger a little longer than usual? If it's the latter, chances are she's really into you. And hey, if you've ever been on the receiving end of a smile like that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the kind of smile that stays with you, the kind that makes you feel seen, appreciated, and valued. So keep an eye out for this one. It's not just a smile, it's a silent but powerful message that she really likes. You point to she initiates physical contact. Now let's move on to the second sign. She initiates physical contact. This one is a big deal because physical touch is one of the most powerful ways humans communicate interest and connection. When a woman likes you, she'll often find subtle ways to bridge that physical gap between you. And it's not just random, it's intentional. Let's break it down. Physical touch can come in many forms, and it doesn't have to be grand or dramatic. It's often the little things that speak volumes. For example, she might lightly touch your arm when she's laughing at your joke or give you a playful nudge when you tease her. Maybe she goes in for a hug when she greets you, and it feels just a little longer and warmer than a typical friendly hug. These small gestures might seem casual, but they're anything but. Physical touch releases oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, which creates feelings of closeness and connection. So when she touches you, even in a small way, it's her subconscious way of building that bond with you. Now let's talk about context. Fourth way, she greets you. Pay attention to when and how she touches you. Is it during moments of laughter or excitement? Does she touch you when she's emphasizing a point in conversation? These are signs that she's comfortable around you and wants to create a sense of intimacy. And here's something important to note. Women are often more selective about who they touch and how they touch them. If she's initiating physical contact with you, it means she trusts you and feels a level of comfort that she doesn't feel with just anyone. It's her way of saying, I'm drawn to you without actually saying it. But let's get even more specific. Watch how she reacts after she touches you. Does she linger for a moment, or does she pull away quickly? Does she seem a little flustered or shy afterward? These are subtle clues that she's aware of what she's doing and that it means something to her. And here's a pro tip. Compare how she interacts with others versus how she interacts with you. If she's more reserved with everyone else, but freely touches you, that's a huge indicator. It's like you're in a special category, and she's giving you access to a level of closeness that she doesn't share with others. So the next time you're with her, pay attention to those little moments of contact. Is she finding excuses to touch your arm, your shoulder, or even your hand? So it's not just casual, UL. It's a clear sign that she's into you. And remember, physical touch is a universal language. It's one of the most honest ways we communicate our feelings because it's hard to fake. So if she's initiating, fifth way, she greets you. Contact, take it as a strong signal that she's interested. It's her way of saying, I like you without saying a word. Point 3, she makes eye contact and holds it now. Let's talk about the third sign. She makes eye contact and holds it. This one is incredibly powerful because eye contact is one of the most intimate forms of nonverbal communication. When a woman likes you, her eyes can tell you everything her words might not let break it down. Eye contact is more than just a glance. It's a connection. When she looks at you, it's not just a quick peek, it's a gaze. She's not just seeing you, she's taking you in. And if she holds that gaze a little longer than usual, it's a clear sign that she's interested. Here's why this matters. Eye contact triggers a release of oxytocin, the same hormone that's released during physical touch. It creates a sense of bonding and intimacy, even if you're just standing there talking. So when she locks eyes with you, it's her way of building that connection on a deeper level. Now let's get into the details. Pay attention to how she looks at you. Is her gaze soft and warm, like she's genuinely interested in what you're saying? Or is it intense, like she's trying to read you or convey something without words? Both are signs of interest, but they mean slightly different things. A soft gaze shows comfort and affection, while an intense gaze can signal attraction and curiosity. And here's something interesting. Watch for what's called the triangular gaze. This is when her eyes move from one of your eyes to the other, and then down to your lips. It's a Stoic mindset and conclusion subconscious signal. that she's not just interested in your conversation, she's interested in you. But let's not forget the context. Does she make eye contact during moments of laughter? Or when you're sharing something personal, does she hold your gaze even when there's a pause in the conversation? These are signs that she's fully engaged and wants to connect with you on a deeper level. And here's a pro tip: compare how she looks at you versus how she looks at if she's making polite, brief eye contact with everyone else, but locking eyes with you. That's a huge clue. It's like she's giving you her undivided attention. And that's not something she does with just anyone. Now let's talk about what happens after the eye contact does. She smile or look away. Does she seem a little flustered or try to play it cool? These reactions are telling if she's smiling or blushing. It's a sign that she's aware of the connection and that it means something to her. So the next time you're talking to her, pay attention to her eyes. Are they wandering around the room or are they locked on you? Is she holding your gaze even when the conversation pauses? If so, it's not just casual, it's a clear sign that she's into you. And remember, eye contact is one of the most honest forms of communication. It's hard to fake, and it speaks volumes about how someone feels. So if she's making and holding eye contact with you, take it as a strong signal that she's interested. It's her way of saying, I see you, and I like what I see. Point 4, she uses a playful or unique greeting. Now let's dive into the fourth sign. She uses a playful or unique greeting. This one is so much fun because it's all about creativity and standing out when a woman likes you. She's not just going to say a boring old hi or hey, no. She's going to make sure her greeting is memorable because she wants to leave an impression on you. Let's break it down. A playful or unique greeting is her way of showing that she's comfortable around you and that she's putting in a little extra effort to make you smile. It could be something like, hey, stranger, or look who decided to show up. And maybe she even gives you a nickname or teases you in a lighthearted Ed way. Here's why this matters. When someone takes the time to come up with a unique way to greet you, it shows that they're thinking about you. It's not just a generic greeting she's using with everyone else. It's something special just for you. And that's a big deal. Now let's talk about the tone. Is her greeting light and playful, like she's joking around with you? Or is it warm and personal, like she's genuinely happy to see you? Either way, it's a sign that she's comfortable enough to let her personality shine through when she's around you. And here's something interesting. Playful greetings often create a sense of inside jokes or shared moments. For example, if she calls you Captain or Trouble, it's like she's creating a little world that only the two of you are part of. It's her way of building a connection that feels exclusive and personal. But let's not forget the context. Does she use this kind of greeting every time she sees you? Or is it just a one-time thing? If it's consistent, it's a clear sign that she's trying to establish a unique dynamic with you. It's like she's saying you're different from everyone else, and I want you to know it. And here's a pro tip. Pay attention to how she reacts after she greets you. Does she smile, or laugh like she's waiting for your reaction? Does she seem a little proud of herself for coming up with something clever? These are subtle clues that she's putting thought into how she interacts with you, and that's a big indicator of interest. Now, let's talk about what this means for you. If she's using playful or unique greetings, it's a sign that she's not just going through the motions. She's actively trying to engage with you, make you laugh, and create a connection that feels special. It's her way of saying, I like you and I want you to like me too. So the next time she greets you, pay attention to how she does it. Is it the same old hi, or is it something that makes you smile? If it's the latter, it's not just casual. It's a clear sign that she's into you. And remember, playful greetings are all about creating a sense of fun and connection there, a way for her to show you that she's comfortable, interested, and willing to put in the effort to make things between you feel unique. So if she's greeting you in a way that stands out, take it as a strong signal that she's interested. It's her way of saying you're special to me. Point 5, she gets a little nervous or flustered. Finally, let's talk about the 5th sign. She gets a little nervous or flustered. This one is so endearing because it's all about those little moments of vulnerability that show she really cares. When a woman likes you, she might not always be smooth and composed. In fact, she might stumble over her words, play with her hair, or even blush when she's around you. And honestly, it's one of the most genuine signs of interest. Let's break it down. Nervousness or flustered behavior happens because she's hyper aware of your presence. She wants to make a good impression, and that pressure can make her a little self-conscious. It's not that she is awkward or unsure of herself in general. It's just that you have that effect on her. Here's why this matters when someone is nervous around you. It's a sign that they value your opinion and want you to like them. It's her subconscious way of saying you matter to me, and I don't want to mess this up. Now let's talk about the specific behaviors to look for. Does she fidget with her hands or play with her hair when she's talking to you? Does she stumble over her words or laugh a little too much at your jokes? Maybe she even blushes when you compliment her or make eye contact. These are all signs that she's feeling a little flustered, and it's because she's into you. And here's something interesting. Nervousness often comes out in moments of vulnerability. For example, she might get flustered when she's trying to say something important or when you catch her off guard with a compliment. It's in these moments that her true feelings shine through because she's not trying to be perfect. She's just being herself. But let's not forget the context. Does she seem calm and collected around everyone else, but suddenly gets nervous when she's with you? That's a huge clue. It's like you're the only one who has this effect on her, and that's not something that happens with just anyone. And here's a pro tip. Pay attention to how she recovers from these moments. Does she laugh it off and try to play it cool, or does she seem a little embarrassed? Either way, it's a sign that she's aware of how she's acting and that it's because she's trying to impress you. Now let's talk about what this means for you. If she's getting a little nervous or flustered around you, it's not because she's unsure of herself. It's because she's into you. It's her way of showing that she cares about what you think and that she wants to make a good impression. So the next time you're with her, pay attention to those little moments of vulnerability. Is she stumbling over her words or playing with her hair? Does she blush when you compliment her? If so, it's not just casual. It's a clear sign that she's into you. And remember, nervousness is one of the most honest signs of interest. It's hard to fake, and it shows that she's genuinely invested in making a connection with you. So if she's getting a little flustered around you, take it as a strong signal that she's interested. It's her way of saying, you make me feel things, and I can't help it. And there you have it, 5 ways a woman greets you when she really likes you. From the warm, genuine smile to the playful greetings, the lingering eye contact, the subtle physical touch, and even those adorable moments when she gets a little nervous. These are all signs that she's into you. But here's the thing. Understanding these signs is just the first step. The real magic happens when you use this knowledge to build deeper connections and approach relationships with confidence. So the next time you notice one of these signs, don't overthink it. Just appreciate the moment and let things unfold naturally. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed any of these signs in someone you're interested in, or maybe you've experienced one of these greetings yourself? Drop a comment below and share your story. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Relationships can be tricky, but understanding these little cues can make all the difference. And if you haven't already hit that subscribe button and joined the old Stoic community, we're all about helping you navigate life, love, and everything in between with confidence and clarity. Thanks for watching, and remember, the best connections start with understanding. I'll see you in the next video.